Hi there, I'm Josef Botner. Nice to meet you to another C-Sharp video tutorial. In this video tutorial C-Sharp, I'm going to talk more about classes and objects in C-Sharp. Firstly, I'm going to do a new project in C-Sharp. So I go over on this file, click on it, new project, click on it. And from this list, I'm going to select console app because I'm going to do a console application. Visual Studio 2017 already given a name for my application, but I'm going to change it. I'm going to give to my application another name. So calculator. Yeah, and the next box, the Visual Studio, show me the location for my application. If you want to change this, you go over the browse, click on it, and go to your computer and put your application wherever you want in your computer, and after give a click on select folder button. Okay, so click on OK. Here you go. This is the main file in C-Sharp application. This main file contains this main method, which is the main entry for execution for all C-Sharp applications. Actually, all C-Sharp applications must have this main method, otherwise you are going to receive errors if you don't use this main method in your C-Sharp application. So in this application, I'm going to create classes in different files, in separate files. In the last video tutorial, I created classes in where this main method is lying. So let's create those classes in separate files. I go over on this Solution Explorer, and after click with the right side of mouse on this calculator, which is the name of project, add, and select a class from this list. And from this list you select a class, and as you can see, the Visual Studio 2017 already given a name for my file. So I'm going to change this, and I'm going to name this average calculator. Yeah, and click on it, and I'm going to create another class named arithmetic calculator. Okay, click. So in this moment I've got three classes. This program class, which was created automatically by Visual Studio 2017. If I want to change it, I can do it. I give a click on this, and I will remove, and I'm going to give to it another name like calculator, and enter. Okay, so as I told you, I've got in this moment three classes in my C-Sharp application. This class calculator, which is part on this file program. Another class is this average calculator, which is part on this file average calculators, and this arithmetic calculator class, which is part on this file arithmetic calculators. I'm gonna to go here, and if I go over on this name of class, you can see Visual Studio shows me this yellow light bulb, and it's gonna to warn me. So I done a rule violation because the first letter here of the name of the class is lowercase letter, and the first letter must be uppercase letter. So I change this, enter. So now I think it's alright. Even the Visual Studio 2017 still showing to me this yellow light bulb because it's telling me I should declare a constructor, but I don't want to do this because I haven't spoken so far about the constructor, and I let this for another video tutorial. So I'm gonna to give up to declare a constructor, and I'm gonna to declare here in this average calculator class a few variables, a few public integer variables, for example a, and another variable name b, and this double variable name average. Okay, yeah, and in this class arithmetic calculator, I'm going to declare those integer variables, total add from addition, and this inner2 total s from subtraction, and public inner2 total n from multiplication. Yeah. And let's go in program file where is this main method, and inside the main method I'm gonna to create an object for this class average calculator. So let's write average calculator, and followed by the name of reference variable. Let's to be result equal new average calculator. Yeah, and parentheses. Let's use this result reference variable to call the a variable, and to assign this variable with 100 value, and for b variable let's to be 20. Okay. So if I go over here on this instance of class, again Visual Studio shows me this yellow light bulb, and it proposes to me to change this statement of creating this object. I go over these preview changes to preview what sort of changes Visual Studio proposed to me, and I don't mind. I give a click on apply. So as you can see, I don't receive errors, so it's alright. It's a new way to declare an object. Okay, and on this line I'm going to call this variable average to compute the average using those variables a and b. So I'm going to use those parentheses, result a plus result b, and let's using this dividing operator, and true, because I've got two variables, and semicolon. The next line I'm going to use this console object and right line method to display in console the result of this application. The average is, and here plus, and result, and average variable. Yeah, let's compile this application and release it in console. Yeah, here you go. That is the result of my application. The average is 60 between those variables. Yeah, the result is correct. Okay, let's create another object using this class arithmetic calculator, and I go back to a program file inside this main method, and I'm going to declare another object from arithmetic calculator class. Let's declare a reference variable name total, equal new and arithmetic calculator. So I'm going to use the new method to declare an object like on those lines, curly brackets, and here semicolon. So let's see if I can call the A or B variables using this total reference variable. So I don't need to use this total before the variables, as you can see, using this new method for creating an object. So I'm going to write down only A. As you can see, I don't have A variable in this list. I'm going to try with the B variable. No, I don't have a B variable here also. So what happened? Why I can't use those variables A and B? That is because this total reference variable hasn't got any connection with this object which is created from this class average calculator, and this total reference variable is connected to this object arithmetic calculator, which was created from this classes. This class arithmetic calculator. So those are different objects, and they were created from different classes. So even those variables A and B are public, this reference variable can't see them, can't call them, because this total reference variable hasn't got any connections, any link to this object average calculator. It's got a connection, linked, or reference to this object arithmetic calculator. Even that, we can use those variables A, B to do arithmetic compute using those variables total A, total S, and total M. How we can do this? We're going to use this result reference variable, which can call those variables A and B. So let's make it. So I'm going to use this total reference variables, and I'm going to call first this total add to do the addition operation, and I'm going to use here the result reference variable and A, which is going to call the A variable, plus result B variable semicolon. Let's copy this line, maybe 2 times more, and let's make the changes here S, and here M, and let's change the arithmetic operator here minus, and here multiplication. Good. As you can see, we don't have errors, so it's working. Here I'm going to paste this console write line to display in console the result of application. Here addition, and here is going to be this, and let's copy this a few times. Okay, and here should be subtraction, yeah, and here should be S, yeah, and here multiplication, and here M, and let's use this, yeah, and let's compile and release the application in console. As you can see, here you go. This is the result of our application. So we can use those variables A and B, but only if we are going to use this result reference variable. Okay. So let's see what is going to happen if I'm going to cut those from this class, and as you can see now, this class average calculator is empty, and I'm going to paste those here in arithmetic calculator, and I go back to program file. As you can see here, a lot of errors. Why? Because now those variables A and B doesn't belong anymore to this class average calculators. They belong to this class arithmetic calculator. So first I should change here the class, the name of class, to arithmetic calculator, yeah, and here as well. Arithmetic calculator. Okay, and now you can see the errors disappeared because I used the correct name of class. And now I've got as well two objects, but those objects belong to the same class. So this arithmetic calculator object with this total reference variable, and another one which has this result variable reference variable belong to arithmetic calculator. So let's see if now I can call the A and B variables, yeah, and let's try to change their values. A I'm going to change to 200, and I'm going to use this comma here, and B with 50. As you can see, I don't receive errors, so in this time it's working because now those two objects belong the same class, namely this arithmetic calculator, and now this reference variable total is able to see those variable A and B, and this total reference variable can call those variables. So let's release again in console this application. As you can see, we don't have changes here in the results because I'm still using this result reference variable, which holding those values for the variables A and B, and so I need to change this with total reference variables, and here as well, yeah, and let's copy those here and paste here. Okay, and let's change the arithmetic operator here, minus, and here multiplication. Okay, I think now the results will be changed. Let's release again in console my application, and now as you can see the result is changed. Just for average is the same, because the average is on computed on this line, yeah, and it using these values 100 for A and 20 for B, but for arithmetic operations, I mean addition, subtraction, multiplication, those results was changed, because I changed the reference variable from result to total, and those variables A and B was changed on those lines. Okay, I'm gonna to say a few words about this namespace. The namespace in C# is used to organize the classes. Let's see if I'm gonna to change here the name for namespace in this arithmetic calculator file. What is going to happen? I'm going to add here 0, 1, and let's go back to program file, and as you can see here I received a lot of errors because now this object arithmetic calculator, which is true using this name of class, and was created using this name of class, is not able anymore to see this class, this arithmetic calculator, even I use correct name, because I changed the name for namespace. But even that I can correct those errors if I'm going to write here in front of this name of class the new name for namespace from this arithmetic calculator file. So I'm going to write here calculator 0, 1 and point, and as you can see here already the error disappeared, and I'm going to write here as well calculator. Okay, and if I'm going to do here the same things here, and all errors disappeared, I can release again in console my application, and I receive those results, so it's working. Or I can use another method. Let's first remove those. I can use this method if I declare an using directive and followed by the name of namespace. In my case, calculator 0, 1 semicolon. Okay, so the errors disappeared. Let's compile again my code. Here you go. It worked. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video tutorial. See you next time. Bye.